problem with communication is the illusion that it has been accomplished. Was a quote by the famous playwright George Bernard Shaw. I personally have had many instances where I felt I had expressed myself well, but in reality, I had not. Through these negative personal experiences, I learned the hard way the importance of effective communication. Last year, I was very fortunate to be introduced to some exceptional communication techniques through a great program here at Cabrillo, the Digital Bridge Academy, and of course this year in the Communications Department. Communications is important for everyone. From birth, it affects everything that we do. It's needed for working effectively with teams or with groups. It's useful and helpful in academic and business situations, and it's vital for success in all of our relationships and social settings. Has anyone here ever had a disagreement or an argument? Yeah. Well, today I'll be speaking to you about effective communication. Some of the components I'll be describing are the laws of conversation, a concept called the conversation meter, good and bad results of communication, and cycles of values versus cycles of waste. The laws of conversation are that all of humans have innate purposes, concerns, and needs. And when people perceive that you threaten or are unaware of their purposes and concerns, they resist. This is waste. But when people perceive that you are aware and are sensitive to their purposes and concerns, they communicate and collaborate. This is value. The conversation meter is a method of illustrating different levels of effectiveness of communication. Like a speedometer, the higher you go, the more valuable the communication. Think about these carefully. The lowest level of communication is called pretense, and the focus here is avoiding difficulty or controversy. Examples are intentionally lying, defensive or reactive lying, or withholding your true feelings. The next level is called sincerity, and this is brutal honesty that likely includes a certainty that my opinion is accurate. Examples are strongly defending my position and soliciting other views, but automatically rejecting those that don't fit with my beliefs. Those first two levels were actually wasteful communication. The third level, accuracy, moves into valuable communication and includes the recognition that my perception isn't the whole reality. Examples are separating facts from explanations and comparing those explanations for value. The highest level of communication is called authenticity, and the focus is on a genuine appreciation for opposing viewpoints and discovering where they can intersect with your own for new opportunities. Examples are truly appreciating the essential purposes of others, leading to the startling discovery of unimagined possibilities at the intersection of previously disconnected viewpoints. So you can see the ultimate goal of effective communication is to align both sides and needs and purposes to find common areas of intersection. There can be good results and bad results in almost everything we do, and so it is with communication. A lot of times, good results breed more good results. Conversely, bad results can create more bad results. A good way to illustrate this is through the cycles of value and cycles of waste. Cycles of value result when people are able to communicate successfully. They first try to align their purposes, then they act on that alignment, and afterwards make any necessary adjustments. Now they realign based on those adjustments, act again, and realign again. As you can see, this process leads upward to more valuable communication and, in fact, getting closer to have higher levels of intersection. Cycles of waste occur when people disagree. Their natural reaction is to defend. And this leads to destruction of successful communication. This destruction leads to further disagreements, more defensiveness, which in turn leads to more destruction. And this downward spiral is wasteful and results in deteriorating relationships and unsuccessful communication. To conclude, the importance of communicating effectively in all situations has been highlighted. In the workplace, at school, our relationships, and all our social interactions. I've described the good and bad results of communication, and you've been shown effective techniques such as knowing the basic laws of conversation, using tools like the conversation meter, and how to move away from cycles of waste and into cycles of value. So in closing, I encourage you to gain more confidence by using these conversation techniques and more, so that in your life, successful communication will not be an illusion.